my next video, I'm going to be riding Fecheros and demonstrating some of the exercises that I've needed to use to help improve his walk. Now, when he was a young horse, when I first bought him, his walk was terrible. He had a perfect lateral walk where both the legs on the right, both the legs on the left had moved together. It was because he was completely out of balance. He didn't do it when he was walking around the field. You know, it was only when he was carrying the rider. And because his shoulders just didn't know how to carry the rider, as you know, 70% of our weight is on the shoulders. And he just didn't have the ability or the understanding of actually how to carry the rider. So it affected his walk a lot. Of course, this affected his balance, which affected his relaxation. And his thing was to find stability by leaning on the hands. So of course he'd lean on the hands, then he didn't like that. So then he'd get even more stressed, and then he'd start grinding his teeth. And for anybody that follows my page, he had 4 years off. My life went topsy-turvy, as life does. And he's only been back in work, I'd say, just over a year. And it's amazing what difference it's made now he's older and he's stronger, but also the exercises that I've been using over the last year has really helped develop a more 4-time rhythm to the walk. Now, at the beginning, I couldn't spend too much time in walk because he just didn't have the strength or the balance for me just to work in walk all the time. So it's only really been this last year where I've been able to really address the exercises that I'm going to show you today. The first one is the neck-rein turn. Now there's many reasons for the neck-rein turn. I'm not going to be going into detail about the neck-rein turn. I'm just going to be showing you how I've used it for him. But very briefly, the neck-rein turn requires a counter bend, and turning a horse with a counter bend is a much more natural way for them to turn, so it's especially useful for young horses. Also the flechi droit, which it translates to bending on the straight line, and also some shoulder-in exercises at the end. Now, the basic way is we bring the right rein against the neck, we open the left rein, and this is all we do when the horse is learning. First of all, slowly. First of all, we've got to teach the aids in isolation, and it's very much the job of our hands talking to the shoulders. So, left, counter bend, opening the right, so it's my right hand now that's talking to the right shoulder, and the neck rein is keeping the bend. Now this is a very good way of changing bend before balance, but for Fecheros it's a very good way for him just to learn to slow the walk down. Now once the horse is used to the aids from our hands, now when I bring the right neck rein on and open the left rein, I can now start to add a right leg aid. And this is the way we can teach the horse that the inside leg means bend. The inside leg does not make them bend. It's impossible for the inside leg to get the horse to bend, but we can teach them what bend means. So left neck rein, open the right, and left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg. Good boy. So the horse begins to marry the inside leg aid with the fact that he's bending. This then becomes a useful aid once we get to shoulder in, or it can teach them that the inside leg means bend on a circle. So then it becomes less and less and less about the inside hand, and the horse learns that the inside leg means bend. Another way that we can use the counter bend is in circles. So rather than changing the bend, we can keep the bend to the outside. Ready for the bend to become the true bend back to the left circle. And we'll do that the other way. So counter bend to the right. Counter bend to the right. Ready for the balance and bend for the right circle. Now you may just see him give way a little bit on the front legs. He's got a conformational issue called buck knee, where in walk the knee will give way. It's similar to being over at the knee, but he's not over at the knee, but his knees do give way. Good boy. Oh, good lad. So there are many ways, as I say, that we can use the neck rein. Another way that's been very useful for Fecheros is doing it through a serpentine, where we add the bend to the outside and I send the shoulders around the quarters, which helps the shoulders take long strides and the hind legs take shorter ones. So now we will do the same in the other direction. So I'll just ask him to round a bit first. Left bend, moving the shoulders around the quarters. And keeping the slow rhythm. And again, left bend, long strides with the shoulders, moving the shoulders around the quarters, and nice slow rhythm. Another useful exercise that we have, which combines flexibility and their balance, is the flechi droit. Now this translates to bending on the straight line. So it's not shoulder in. We definitely want the shoulders to remain on the track. And the requirements for the horse is to find the length of muscle required in the outer neck muscles and to keep the balance to the shoulders by not falling in. It's useful to end this exercise with a neck extension so we don't waste that bend we've created. Whoops, there's his little problem. And we can now come to the bending on the straight line on the left rein. Good boy. And again, finishing with neck extension on the circle, and just action reaction if he doesn't take the rein. What we're looking for in a good neck extension is lightness to the inside rein and a real nice nice polite pull to the outside rein. This is also a great exercise for teaching the horse about the contact to the outside rein. So again, we'll change direction through the neck-rein turn. And go into the flechi droit again. So pronounce bend to the right. Lightness to the bend request. I don't want him leaning on my right hand. I don't want him falling through the right shoulder. But I do want him to connect to the outside contact. So again, we can change that now and maybe come into a counter bend, into a neck-rein turn. And now, combining these exercises into the shoulders in. And when a horse is trained very systematically, with all the individual requirements taught in isolation. Come on, move forward. Move forward. Things just make sense to the horse. Okay, we'll change. Don't you lose the balance. So Fecheros knows how to balance his shoulders on the straight line. He knows how to bend on the straight line. I'm in control of the balance through his shoulders. So combining these things to the shoulder in just isn't an issue for him. Good boy. So now the flechi droit in trot. And extending the neck on the circle. Changing direction with a neck-rein turn. And flechi droit on the right rein. And neck extension on the circle. And changing direction with the neck-rein turn. Oh, 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 oh. Good lad. And the shoulders in. No. Again, changing direction with the neck-rein turn. Don't come above. And shoulders in. and walk. And to rot. Stay. That's it, good lad. And ho, ho, ho. Halting in a shoulder in position really helps the rein back stay a bit straighter and calmer. Very good. Good boy. Frequently allowing the neck to lengthen. So shoulders in, transitions, in the walk, keeping the shoulder in, and to rot. And walk, slowly, and to rot. And walk, and to rot. And walk, oh, and rein back from a light shoulder in. Yeah, back, 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 back. Good boy, back, back. Good boy, forward. Good, don't come against the hand, don't lean. So another useful way of the neck rein turn is to be able to use it in the rein back if the rein back goes crooked. Good boy. Now this may bring the shoulders off the track, but it actually sets the shoulders back to the crooked hind leg. Good lad. Oh, so again, legs back as a signal. Good boy. No, 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 don't go crooked. And forward, forward, forward. Don't come above the hands. No, 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 no. You want to go, don't you? Come on then.